Hello again, let's do more business news. Economic growth for the fourth quarter of 2018 has increased to 6.8%, an increment over the same period in 2017, which was pegged at 5.5%. The current growth rate is led by the industrial sector, which recorded 8.9%, followed by services sector with 5.8%.
The growth rate for the fourth quarter is led by the industry subsector, which recorded a rate of 8.9% on the back of operations in the mining subsector. It was followed by the services sector with a rate of 5.8%. The agriculture sector had a declining growth rate of 4.4% for the quarter, despite a marginal pickup in the crop subsector. Let's hear from the government statistician, Professor Kobna Ainin.
Quarter 4 2018 GDP puts it at 39,473.2 million Ghana cedis, and for the same period, that is quarter 4 2017, the estimated value for our final goods and services is 36,950.8 million Ghana cedis. Again, the difference between 2018 quarter 4 and 2017 quarter 4 is about 3,000 million Ghana cedis. The year-on-year quarterly GDP growth rate for quarter 4 2018 was 6.8 compared to 5.5 recorded for quarter 4 2017. The quarter-on-quarter GDP growth rate, seasonally adjusted for quarter 2018, was 1.7%, and the rate recorded for the third quarter of 2018 was 1.8%.
He has also been explaining what these growth rates means for the country and its impact on the development of the people.
Certainly, once the per capita GDP goes up, what it simply means is that we've accounted for the population within the country. So if the annual GDP that we showed earlier on pointed to a figure of 300,000 million, approximately 300,000 million Ghana cedis, and it translates into 9,000, approximately 9,000 per capita GDP, and this showing an increase of about 1,000 between 2017 and 2018. Certainly this is good because on the average, but let's put on record that on the average, this is the annual amount. The distribution is another argument. This is why towards the end of my presentation, I said that statistically we can compute the average by simply dividing the GDP figure by the population. But that doesn't mean that it has an equal distributional effect, in which case the lowest in the economy, that is the poorest in the economy, are going to benefit compared to the richest.
Gross domestic growth without oil grew by 8.4% for the year 2018.
The Institute for Energy Security, IES, is projecting a slight increment in fuel prices in the second pricing window of April. IES is attributing this hike to hike in prices of crude oil, which has also gone up by 3.98%, with a corresponding 12.97% increments in the prices of gasoline and 1.42% for gas oil on the international market. Let's take a look at some of the reasons why prices could actually go up. Managing Director of Jumia Ghana says the company will be setting up new pickup points outside Accra to facilitate the expansion of its operations to other regions. The e-commerce firm has raised some $196 million after listing on the New York Stock Exchange. It's the first African e-commerce business to list on the stock exchange. Speaking to Joy Business, MD for Jumia, Kayode Adeyinka said the listing of the company is a great opportunity to better their expansion work in Africa.
To Joy Business, the MD for Jumia Ghana, Kayode Adeyinka said the business will leverage its fresh capital to expand its services in the country.
The current listing that we've done on New York Stock Exchange, we've raised capital to operate across Africa, regardless of Ghana or the other markets. What does it mean directly for us in Ghana? It means obviously we have more funds to be able to continue the business and even expand the business in Ghana. So when I say expansion, obviously in Ghana today we have 5 pickup stations spread across Accra. Expanding beyond Accra obviously means we'll actually have more pickup stations spread across Kumasi, Tamale, Cape Coast, and all of that. We have plans to go everywhere. The other topic is it's a demand and supply. We also need to actually have vendors, sellers that are also based in these different regions. So as we are expanding on one hand, the availability and the reachability for consumers to be able to actually pick up products or have products delivered to them. On the other hand as well, we are increasing our vendor base, our seller base, that will also be coming from these regions.
As the company looks to extend in its tentacles, the MD said they look forward to more investors coming on board, especially local investors.
Prior to the listing, we've got MTN, we've got Goldman Sachs, we've got MasterCard, we've also got AXA Insurance as well, that are actually part of the pool of private investors we have. Going public means every African now can also have a bite of this, and it also shows that Africa is ripe. Africa is very dynamic, full with youthful people. We've got the population, and I think in the last 2 years there's been increase in FDI investments in Africa. I think so. These also sells in the right direction that Africa is ripe. Africa is ready to actually take investments both locally and foreign. But as you rightly said, we will employ also local investment.
For Joy Business, Sheila Tamaklo reporting.
From the stock market, let's do something on the commodity market, and crude oil is selling at $71.71 a barrel after a marginal gain. Gold went up by 80 cents to trade at $1,274.72 an ounce. Cocoa, however, lost close to $500 to sell at $2,368 a ton. For business tonight with me, Sandra Esinam Apenu. You can get more news on myjoyonline.com/business. That's so how we wrap up tonight. Have a great evening and sport.